Hi, good afternoon. My name is Manisha Arora, and I am Director of Market Development for Ravello Systems. I'm here to talk to you about one of the cool things we have done with our Ravello System platform. We have been speaking with a lot of OpenStack enthusiasts and having very good conversations with the OpenStack community for the past few months. And what we have done recently is we have enabled a capability on Ravello Systems SaaS platform for OpenStack enthusiasts and community which is trying to prototype, develop, and test OpenStack to do that all on public cloud. So the intent here is to really free up the folks who are wanting to do development, testing, develop new features, test out new features, or prototype different configurations of OpenStack to be able to do that without having to wait for hardware, without having to worry about the complexity associated with the installation configuration, but have an easy way to quickly spin up a working installation of a multi-node OpenStack environment and then start playing with it or start doing their development and testing on top of it. So let me actually show you how you can do that using Ravello Systems on any of the public clouds like AWS, Google Compute, or even HP Cloud. What you have to do is you just come onto RavelloSystems.com. It's a SaaS platform, so you just kind of log in, self-service. It takes a few minutes for you to activate your account. I'm actually going to log in, and once you log in, you will come to this dashboard. On this dashboard, you see here we have a working setup of OpenStack Red Hat Icehouse distribution. This is a 2-node OpenStack setup that we spun up using one of the blueprints in a matter of few minutes. You can see here, for all of you who are familiar with OpenStack, this is a fairly standard OpenStack configuration. There's a controller node, there's a Neutron network node here, and then in this case there are 2 compute nodes, Compute 1 and Compute 2. So you can actually then, once you have this setup up and running, and you can see here this is actually running in Amazon Virginia. So you no longer have to set up a hardware and then on top of that install KVM or whichever your under-cloud infrastructure is, and then on top of that start installing OpenStack components. You can actually do all of that using a public cloud like AWS or Google Compute. Once you have that up and running, you will be able to go in to the user interface that you're already familiar with on the OpenStack Icehouse distribution out here. And I'm just going to go ahead and log in. Once you log in, you see the same standard interface that you're familiar with. So since I'm logged in as an administrator, you can actually see. So for this setup, we've got 2 compute nodes. Now, what is cool thing about this is you cannot, today, you cannot really install OpenStack on public cloud. So if you want to set up OpenStack, you want to prototype with OpenStack, you would actually have to get the virtual infrastructure first in place, and on top of that, start installing components of OpenStack. But with Ravello System, which is a nested hypervisor, we have enabled a way for you to actually take underlying public cloud compute capacity. On top of that, install the hypervisor, which in this case is KVM. So you've got Amazon layer at the bottom. You've got KVM running on top of that. And then your OpenStack components, which are leveraging the KVM virtualized infrastructure. And all this is happening as part of Ravello nested hypervisor, which is HVX, which runs on top of Amazon. So in this case, you can see we've got the 2 compute nodes here. It says QEMU. It's actually running KVM, but you've got you can configure it to whatever resource utilization or resource capacity you want. We have one of the other cool things is once you set this up, this is sort of like you're working in your own private virtual LAN. One of the things that a lot of OpenStack enthusiasts are trying to do is play around or configure multiple networking and storage configuration as part of the OpenStack setup. They are trying to set up multiple private tenet networks, etc. So you're able to do all of that with Ravello on the public cloud. So you can very easily create new network, new private network. In this case, you can see that there's one private network that's set up, and there's one public. If you go to the Red Hat OpenStack setup that you have got working here, and click on network on your Ravello system setup, you see here the cool network topology for your OpenStack setup. So there's a main management network, which is where all the components are connected. There's a private tenet network on which you have your compute nodes and the network node connected, which is right here. And then we have another network setup here on which you have the, again, all of the compute nodes as well as the network and the controller node connected. So this is how you can actually, if any one of you is wanting to learn OpenStack or build a lab or using OpenStack to do dev and training or to prototype OpenStack, it's as easy as logging into Ravello system, creating an account. You come into Blueprints, which is basically a repository of various templates that we have. And one of the templates that we have available is the OpenStack Icehouse template right here. So you bring up that template, and then you just create an application using this template and publish it on public cloud. And within few minutes, you will have a multi-node OpenStack environment up and running on public cloud. Now you can add additional compute nodes to it just by dragging and dropping your compute node server images that you have already prepared. So this is a great way for for OpenStack enthusiasts, OpenStack community members, and IT professionals within enterprises who are wanting to play with OpenStack or learn and see if OpenStack is the right choice for them to actually set up these environments, maybe bring one or two workloads from their on-premise onto the OpenStack, test it out, and then install the whole setup on-premise. So all of this is available on ravellosystems.com. Please feel free to sign up and give it a spin. Thank you.